It's a rainy day. We need to fill a sketchbook page. As you folks may know, I have a little bit of an acrylic marker obsession. So I have some good news. Arrtx kindly reached out to me offering to sponsor one of my videos with this new 90 set of acrylic markers. This set features super rich colors, including skin colors, light colors, dark colors, and just super saturated colors overall. These are super high performance markers that are easy to mix. And the colors are super great for beginners as well. I really like these because the brush nibs, that's why I've been using them for years. And I also just love how high quality they are, but yet they're super affordable. So I will link these below in case you're interested. Here it is up close. I think these colors are so beautiful. I can already see some of the muted tones in here that look so nice to use. But I also really like the bright colors. I'm gonna do a little side-by-side comparison for you too. So this is the 90 set, and then this is the 60 set that you see me use all the time in my videos. So as you can see, the color range in this set is a lot different than this one. You have the skin tones right here, and then look at all the greens and blues. I really, really love these purpley colors, wow. And then all these yellows, and the pinks. It's just lovely. This one is a little bit mixed up because I use it all the time, so the colors are not really in order. But the back of the box shows you all the colors as well. Anyway, if you were thinking about getting the Arrtx acrylic markers, I hope this side-by-side comparison helps you. Here's a little swatch demo up close of what the coverage is like for these acrylic paint markers. This is one swipe. It is super smooth and creamy, very pigmented. I just wanted to show you that. And then here's another little swatch doodle on some canvas paper, which is textured. And I just wanted to show you it has amazing coverage even on textured surfaces. This is a high adhesion marker. Let's sketch it out. Okay, I'm feeling cottagecore vibes today, perhaps. We'll do a cute little cottage garden. Folks, guess what happens when I get really into an art project when I'm filming? I forget to talk. So here we were, I was drawing this picture, and suddenly everything just started going silent, and I realized, oh, I'm like really in the zone here. I need to do a voiceover later. So that's where we're at right now. I finished everything and I'm gonna tell you about it through voiceover. So I decided to do kind of an elaborate scene, and it took me by surprise because when I went into this, I don't know, I mentioned earlier in the video, I wanted to do something cottagecore themed. Now, in typical Mira Byler fashion, we just pivoted, went with the flow and pivoted. So you're gonna see a cottage in this picture, but it kind of turned into more of like a modern impressionistic drawing, and everything got really detailed by my surprise. But I think what happened was I had 90 different markers in front of me, and I was like, whoa, I want to use them all. This is so cool. This is so fun, right? So this ended up taking me like 4 days or something, give or take, to fill this entire sketchbook spread. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I'm really glad I just took my time, enjoyed the moment, and I felt like I learned some new techniques with these markers. So right now I'm just blocking everything in with my little cottage scene. Fun fact, I took probably 2 or 3 photos from Pixabay. That's that royalty-free photo site that I get stuff from. And I merged them together and then like added some of my own stuff too. So here we are. I liked adding all these purple colors. I've just been really into adding purple to my artwork lately. I think it's because a couple years ago, my husband and I went to Colorado, and I noticed in the background, like way in the distance, all those mountains always had a purple hue when they're really far away. And it was almost periwinkle with the lighting at the time. And I really grew to appreciate seeing that in landscape scenery. So I've been trying to incorporate it into my artwork more. So you can see on the cottage, I definitely used some purpley colors. It's not like super far away, but it was an excuse to use it. So like, hey, there's some purple in the sky too, if you look closely. I decided to kind of do this impressionistically because I just wanted to use all these colors, honestly. It was so fun. So I had a little boo-hoo moment and my camera did not record me coloring this canal, which was extremely frustrating because this was one of my favorite parts of the whole piece. But you're gonna see me go back to that canal a lot to add detail, so it's okay, it's not finished just yet. A thing that I'm going to do with this piece is color borrow. And you're gonna see as I fill in some details that I will revisit the water and add little reflections and stuff. This did feel like I was making an acrylic painting with the techniques that I used and just the way I went about completing it. Because when I do an acrylic painting, I tend to bounce all around at this point. And with these acrylic markers, I did the same thing and it was so fun. I really, really enjoyed this. I did a lot of stippling to kind of mimic a bunch of different colored brush strokes, and I feel like that just really brought this to life. I don't know, it was so fun to do that, and it gave me an excuse to use a lot of these colors, which that was the point. I really wanted to use them. You can see the flower reflections appearing in the water, and this whole thing was so fun. But now it's time to move on to other parts because you can see that left-hand page still needs filled, and we have some other things to draw too. I started by adding this little flower to overlap that picture. It kind of felt fun and rebellious to just overlap a chunk of it, but do you see how well that yellow covered the darkness of that water? That is how pigmented these markers are. Like, the coverage is phenomenal. So now I'm doing this pastel cat. Let's switch gears a little bit, get illustrative. This was my favorite part of this page anyway, the left-hand side. I just really like the pastel range that is in this set, like the pinks and the purples and the cream colors and the blues. I tuck a bunch of little colors in there with it, but wow, this was so fun. And doing the little heart blush just made me so happy. If you want to try to draw this too, you're totally welcome to. I just kind of made it up as I went, but yeah, I really enjoyed that. I am really into this cream color marker, so let's just go over here and do a little rectangle. Now you might be wondering, what are you doing with a rectangle? I am making a paint palette. So I really like setting up paint palettes with paint, and I thought, you know what? This is a paint marker. It's not quite the same, but I think it would be fun to set up like a little palette anyway to add some color to this page, right? So I repeated the same color scheme as that cat because I just loved it too much. And now I'm just taking some of the colors that I really enjoyed with this set so far, and I'm filling my palette. I kind of made it look a little splish splashy, like we've used it a little bit. Fun stuff. Let's do a little paintbrush to keep the palette some company, just for funsies. Really enjoyed doing that. So if you want these markers, by the way, I will leave links down below in the video description. They are available in a lot of different countries, so check the video description if you are interested in these markers. I'm doing some little tulips over here, and now I'm hopping back over to this page, and I decided to draw this rectangle here. And now I'm gonna layer some cream color on top of it in a minute. But first, let's do some scallops. This is gonna get kind of fun. I'm gonna mess with a lot of patterns for this part. So we have these light brown stripes. Now I'm gonna take that cream color marker that I am obsessed with. I really love this one. It's probably my favorite of the whole set. And I'm drawing a duck. I just thought, wow, that would be so cute, so fun. Let's do a duck. Got the little eyes, got the little beak. And I think I'm gonna do a little bow. Yeah, let's do a little bow. I kind of paused around this time and did some hearts in the background because I was trying to decide, like, do I want this duck to be wearing like a dress or something? I don't really know. So you're gonna see me bounce around to other areas as I think about that, but you'll see what happens later. I feel like it wouldn't be a sketchbook spread if I didn't doodle some coffee. So here we go. This is just an extension of who I am right here. Coffee time. It's actually kind of a cappuccino because I put a little design in it, but you can pretend it's whatever you enjoy, you know. So I did some little designs on the mug and it felt fun and springy. And you know, spring is here. It's almost summer now. Wow, time is flying. And then I decided to do some greenery here and there. I feel like this is what made it feel a little cottagecore, a little cozier. I just love these little elements in the corners of the page. Some little squiggles, fun stuff. This was so stress relieving, folks. Like, just getting to doodle a bunch of patterns and cute animals and a cute little scene. Oh my goodness, all of this just made me so happy. I hope by watching this, you feel relaxed too, because I spent 4 days on this, coming back to it here and there, and I felt so relaxed. This page is kind of taking on an animal theme at this point because I decided, yeah, we have a duck and a cat. We're definitely gonna have a dog, right? These are basically all my kids' favorite animals. I should have added a bunny too, and then that would have been all their favorite animals, but hey, that's all right. So we have this cute little dog, and I had fun trying to mess around with the color on this one. I layered a couple different shades of brown and cream, and then I even added purple. So wait and look out for that because I thought that part was really fun. It just kind of brought the ears to life a little bit more. I don't know. Let me know what you feel about purple. I've been adding it to a lot of my art lately. All right, let's do a little plant here too. I feel like you can never have enough plants on a sketchbook spread. Like if you don't know what to draw a plant. I don't know. That's how I feel. Whatever your go-to comfort thing is. My go-to comfort thing used to be eyes, like way back in the day. And now it's like plants, flowers, yes. Sometimes a cute little bunny face or bear face or cat face, you know, but mostly plants. Anyway, at this point, I have drawn a fair amount of stuff on this spread. So I just want to tell you my thoughts about the 90 set of markers. I have been using a lot of their other sets, like with the 60 sets of markers, and those are really good. And I feel like the 90 set is by far my favorite. The color selection in this set is just phenomenal. I especially love the pastels. Like that cat, oh my goodness, I just loved the colors that allowed me to draw that. And I just love the coverage with these markers too. The pages in my sketchbook never pill up when I use these markers. The brush nib is just amazing. Everything goes on so smoothly. So I just wanted to say that part because if that helps anybody out there, if they're looking for acrylic paint markers, I highly recommend these ones. You can go back through a lot of videos on my channel and I use these all the time. Oh, by the way, I drew a cute little mushroom next to that cat. Made me so happy. I always try to tuck one in my little sketchbook pages when I remember. At this point, I'm just doing some filler items with leaves and little starbursts. Anything to add a little splash of color. And yeah, this was really, really fun. I definitely want to do this again. This just got me in the mood to use my sketchbook more. So yeah, now I'm really inspired. You know your art supplies are well loved when they're completely covering your desk and it just looks like chaos everywhere, but your heart is so full because you just spent a ton of time creating. With that being said, here is the finished sketchbook spread. Anyway, my favorite things with this page, definitely this cat. I really loved messing around with all the pastel colors in this set. I think this 90 set of markers has the best selection of pastels that I have seen in any of Arrtx's art supplies. They're just so beautiful. I love them. I also had a lot of fun with this dog. I think I was just feeling animals on this side. I don't know, because I did that duck too. This side here, this was my favorite part of the whole spread. It was so fun to make. I think I spent like 4 days on this spread. I just kept coming back to it. But this side took me a really long time and I didn't really want to rush it because I was just enjoying the process. It felt like I was doing an impressionistic painting. That's the best way I can describe it. I know I said that earlier in the video too, but yeah, it was just really fun. Once again, thank you so much, Arrtx, for supporting my channel and sponsoring another video. This is like a dream collaboration because I've been a huge fan of these markers for years, and this is just, every time I get to work with them, I get so excited. And thank you folks for hanging out and watching this. I hope it inspired you, and let me know if you do this. It's so fun just doing a freestyle little spread with no agenda. I'll see you soon in another video. Have a beautiful day.